Hey everyone, I have a message called Power to Help, and here is the short version. The power to help everyone is available to all in every moment. There is a memory of who you and all are under the camouflage of time and space. Allow the formation of time and space to be used as a love letter to all. If you could help everyone understand how loved they are right now, would you? If you could help everyone understand how much they love everyone, would you? Okay, and the long version. So the power to help everyone is available to all in every moment. So in every moment there's something to tune into. And it's steady, calm, open, and loving. All the guidance I need is here, and I'm learning to trust it to be in charge. In mind, distracted by ego thoughts, I can still dart here, there, and everywhere. I can still get distracted, but now I can see it more clearly as getting distracted, and it's a very simple thing to put that right again. What I'm focusing on today when I get distracted is the Holy Christ is born in me today. So the idea of the Christ is that oneness, and to focus on this birth and to see it, see this birth in everyone and everything, and see this light and rest in that light. That's a profound relief. So whenever we need profound relief, it's right here in our heart. Or you can say it's right here in the sane mind. Your sane mind you share with everyone, no exceptions. So the thing we actually all share is profoundly sane. Isn't that reassuring? It's only when we go into our individual little alleyways where we can believe we're in opposition to each other or different from each other because we're focusing on the form, not the content of the light and love we are. It's only when we go into these dark alleyways of our separate selves that we're listening to crazy talk. So we're gradually learning, okay, I'm unhappy when I listen to and act and speak from crazy talk, and I'm happy and at peace when I'm resting in the heart of peace or in the profoundly sane mind that all of us share. And when I rest and I listen here, I illuminate it, and I make it more obvious and available to everyone. And I can see that mind, that beautiful heart is being present in everyone. So that is very reassuring. I was just saying to my husband yesterday that a place where I can become adversarial in thought is in the grocery store. Because I have a set of beliefs about traffic in the grocery store. And if someone should violate my set of beliefs about how cart traffic should be handled, I feel hostile. So that is what I'm working on currently. Not getting distracted by crazy thoughts about how carts should move and how people should handle themselves in grocery store traffic. On the road, I don't really seem to be this way so much. In the grocery store? All right then. Okay, let's work on it. I'm not ramming anyone's cart. I'm just like engaging in hostile thought, thinking, what's an example of a thought I believe? That somebody's oblivious. So when you believe something like that about someone, it's a gigantic clue. It's always me. I'm oblivious to something important. I know that by now. I know it's a reflection. So let me not be oblivious to the very, very helpful thing that's here for me right now. Let me not be oblivious to the truth of the heart of peace in anyone pushing a cart. Let me calm down and enjoy what is actually here for me. So the power to help everyone, even Julie in the grocery store, is available to all in every moment. And so by relaxing into that peace, I begin to experience that peace. I don't have to go into a situation adversarial expecting my cherished beliefs to be violated, I could lay it all out for you. I could just say, look, there are rules of the road and we should follow them in the grocery store. And listen to how convinced I am. When there's an intersection, if there's a main thoroughfare, then they don't have a stop sign. But if you're coming in from the side, you certainly do have a stop sign, and you have to stop and this is my religion. So I'm working on letting it go, and yeah, I have all the help in the world in doing that. So the power to help me is right there in the grocery store. Okay, there is a memory of who you and all are under the camouflage of time and space. So under the camouflage of the grocery store or whatever setting you're in, we can remember who we are. And who we are is one thing, not multiple things, not one thing violating another thing, not one thing knowing what's right and another thing oblivious. This is how we trick ourselves. It seems so real, and then it's so tempting to judge it and try to find our stability in the judgment of it. If I know what's right and I can get everybody to abide by what's right, I'm going to guilt them or, whatever. Then we can all do what's right? It's just a big ego camouflage of the actual profoundly sane mind we all share that can guide all of us. But we learn to let this harmony amongst us be revealed. We learn to admit that it's the real thing, not the disharmony I might be projecting on the surface. And we learn to trust, to allow this harmony to emerge. So yeah, that's me in the grocery store. It's my school right now. There's a memory of who you and all are under the camouflage of time and space. This is why I should not get distracted by any particular time and space detail. Shoulds don't really work. But if I do get distracted, I'm going to feel it as pain, discomfort, stress, tension of some kind. And then that's good, because that gets my attention and I can address it. And the more I practice addressing it by seeing what thought I just believed, instead of adhering to my religion of shoulds, I can notice the individual thought I believed, set it aside, and remember the Holy Christ is born in me today. So maybe the rule follower, the illusion of the rule follower that Julie is, could be set aside for a moment to allow the reality of the Holy Christ that's in all of us. And you don't have to use Christian terms, but this is representing the oneness, to allow that to shine, to remember that is our actual address. And that's where we are. That's where we're united. Okay, allow the formation of time and space to be used as a love letter to all. So instead of a place where I have to survive or get by, if I turn time and space over to Spirit, Spirit can use time and space as a love letter. And my practice is to let all my opinions go. and to just remember, if I put time and space in the right hands, instead of trying to mold it myself, instead of trying to insist how it should be, even if it seems so orderly and perfect in my orderly little world, if people would do the things the way I want them to, then we'd have no problems. There's all the ego opinions that float into my awareness, and I can set each one aside and remember the Holy Christ is born in me today. The Christ in me is united with the Christ in you. And when I focus there, then Spirit decides how you look to me. Spirit decides what kind of experience I'm going to have wherever I am. And all the opinions aren't necessary. I know I'm held. I know I'm carried. I know I'm loved. I know I'm shown the way. I know there's something real to trust in, and that everybody can trust in that, and that everybody is benefited by this beautiful, loving presence that's here for all of us and can show all of us the way together. There's nothing to have an opinion about. It's more of a remembrance and a trust and an allowing. Opinions aren't needed anymore, and it's a huge relief. So if you could help everyone understand how loved they are right now, would you? And we say yes, and then we get distracted by an opinion or by a should or something. But more and more, we're understanding, oh my goodness, each and every one of us and everything has the ability and the gift in some way of helping everyone understand how loved they are right now. It's easy to see in nature that a leaf on a tree has the ability to help you understand how loved you are right now. If you want to meet that leaf where it actually is, in the oneness of you. And that can expand to everything you look at. That can expand to a dump truck or a piece of gravel or a grocery cart. From one to everything. So if you could help everyone understand how loved they are right now, would you? In order to do that, you have to remember how loved you are and be able to hold that consistently in your mind and trust in that and allow that love to be in charge of the day, to be in charge of what the personality seems to do. And we all have that opportunity to remember love can be in charge, and I allow it. And love can determine how I see everyone and everything, not according to predetermined rules, but just according to what they share with me in their hearts and in their profoundly sane mind that they share with me. Let's look there. Let's see all the gifts that are there. So this isn't about persons, it's about beings. The persons are appearing any which way, and we just ask Spirit to help us see everything as it is right now, as it actually is. If you can help everyone understand how much they love everyone, would you? And this isn't an efforting to convince anyone. That's something we're used to, but it's also something we can let go of, because if we share one profoundly sane, loving mind, we communicate in that mind, and we don't have to work hard to argue or convince anybody by relaxing into this mind, this heart of peace we all share. We naturally have a clear idea of what to do and what to say, and we can follow that. And every day is just practice falling into that flow more and more completely, and knowing that flow is right there, available for everyone right now, and everyone can be guided by a flow of love right now. It's not far away from anyone, because the love is what they are. What we see on the surface is just what we're projecting. So we can make a fearful scribble upon a being, but the being remains the being. All right, let's see if there's anything else. If you could help everyone understand how much they love everyone, would you? And if you can see how much the beings love all of being, everything that actually is. And we made this toy to project different forms on the surface of this eternally innocent being. And now we can see, it's a pretty crazy toy. This toy pretends that opposites are possible, that death is possible, that an opposite to love exists and is possible, that an opposite to good exists and is possible and can do things. So knowing how crazy that mind that churns out opposite forms is, all we can do is turn it over to what all of us are together and say, use these forms to guide us through and out of the illusion we made. And then we stop focusing on the forms as a source of happiness. If I just get this form, I'll be happy. I need this form in order to be happy. And today I can watch those thoughts, and I don't have to try to stop every single one, in a fearful way. But when I don't feel good, I have something to address, and I can address that. So if I notice I don't feel good, I can turn back to the love that connects us all and put it back in charge. That feels much better. It feels far more secure than any security I would try to get from attempting to cling to grocery store rules as a source of stability as my foundation. I feel much better when I can turn inward and relax into the love we are. So here we are with all the opportunities we have today, and I am wishing you well and happy healing.